What you need to realize, guys, is that we are in a fight for the soul and survival of cryptocurrency. And it's not just in America, okay? It's in China, it's in Russia, it's in London, it's in a lot of different places right now. These governments feel threatened in a way by what is happening. The people are taking their power back through a source of decentralization, not allowing them to be the sole proprietor of everything we need and want and have. This is a threat. Welcome to The Long and Short. It's your boy Maestro here with your daily crypto TA and market analysis, and it is FUD season. When I say FUD season, fear, uncertainty, and doubt is going to be in your food, it's going to be in your bath water, it's going to be in your sleep. We're going to dive into some of this news here. Just got a flash saying the White House is preparing executive action to regulate crypto as a matter of national security. National security. So not only is the Fed out, kicking the ball down the road, telling us, hey, look, all inflation has to do is kick up a little bit and we're just going to hit you with that interest rate hike. Already came out and said that Jerome Powell has complete autonomy to do this whenever he feels. Okay. But now the White House says that it's a matter of national security that we need to control and regulate crypto. All right. If that's not enough FUD for you, we'll dive into the news. But first, on this channel, we like to give opinions on crypto news and events, give in-depth technical analysis and tutorials on how to trade this crypto market, this crazy crypto market. And no matter if you're a scalper or a long-term hodler, we're going to tell you how to navigate this place. All right, please like if you're in the crypto fight, subscribe if you're with the vibe, share if you care, hit the bell if you need direct mail. Let's go ahead and get into the money. I'm a little bit amped today, I hope you can tell. But let's dive into this FUD because this FUD is incredible, man. SEC rejects Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF application. Well, if Fidelity can't get an ETF, who can, guys? I mean, geez. The SEC has already delayed tons of Bitcoin ETFs. They started rejecting them one after the other. And now Fidelity is the last one that they were able to kind of kick out of the way and say, nope, not today. All right. So the government definitely has an agenda when it comes to crypto, guys. And I don't think it's very positive. Okay, from all of the news that we're seeing, IRS official highlights increase in fraud amidst crypto adoption. All of this news coming out at the same time. Crypto is fraudulent. SEC says that people are rejecting and, evading taxes and doing all type of crazy illegal stuff with crypto, right? So you have the SEC, the IRS, the Fed, the White House. How many other government organizations are going to come out against crypto this week? I just need to know. Because if you ask me, this is the greatest play of manipulation that you can get when it comes to an asset class that's grown the way that crypto has grown over the past 10 years. Just eat the FUD cake, all right? Are you going to eat the FUD cake today? If not today, there's going to be articles tomorrow, more FUD cake. And it's just going to keep coming. What you need to realize, guys, is that we are in a fight for the soul and survival of cryptocurrency. And it's not just in America, okay? It's in China, it's in Russia, it's in London, it's in a lot of different places right now. These governments feel threatened in a way by what is happening. The people are taking their power back through a source of decentralization, not allowing them to be the sole proprietor of everything we need and want and have. This is a threat. If you have all of these agencies coming out at the same time saying that crypto is bad news, there's a coordinated effort to do this, guys. All right. With all of the FUD, of course, there is good news that show you why this is a substantial market, okay, and why they need to be on notice. Bitcoin annual settlement volume exceeded that of Visa last year at 13.1 trillion. Just take a look at this graph, guys. This was the first year that Bitcoin settled more money through the Bitcoin network than Visa did through theirs, okay? Now, what does Visa do? All Visa does is take transactions. Nevertheless, blockchain intelligence block data had noted in December that Bitcoin, which already exceeded PayPal holdings, all right, in terms of transaction volume, could surpass MasterCard in time. The price is down. Everything looks bleak for Bitcoin. But this information right here shows me that it's not going anywhere, guys. The whales are still accumulating. There's plenty of people still jumping into this market, and the big dogs are playing. Okay, so my notice to the big dogs is, hey, can we get some lobbyists? Can y'all take some of this whale money and let's start to pay some lobbyists to go to Capitol Hill and pad some of these pockets so that we can stop having all of this craziness? Can we do that? I think that we have the money to do that. Bitcoin ownership through the dip. This is one thing that you have to always keep in mind, guys. When the whales are buying, you want to be buying. When the institutions are buying, you want to be buying. So basically what this article outlines here is that the whales are still accumulating. Nobody cares if Bitcoin's going to drop to 30K, 20K. They're still going to buy it. All right. It's the people who get into Bitcoin who think that Bitcoin is supposed to shoot up 100% within 2 weeks so that they can take profit, who end up feeling the effects of the market because they approach it with the wrong intentions. If you understand price charts and how to find areas of value, then you'll know when to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything else. And that's what we highlight here on this channel. And that's what we're going to dive deeper into today. The same process that we follow to purchase, okay, and dollar cost average our way in is the same process that the whales follow. They're just patient. The name of the game is patience. And that's for anything. You think a football player becomes good and is able to go to the pros the first day that he tries out at high school practice, guys? In some ways, this is the way that investors think. I'm going to get into the market today, Lambo tomorrow. That's why I always ask the question, when Lambo? They expect it to come soon. It may not. It probably won't. And if it does come soon, you'll be so enamored with your gains and seeing millions of dollars in your account that you'll watch it go back down, which is what this market will do to you. Whales are still buying, retail, they're selling out. And as they sell out, who are they selling out to? The whales. The FUD comes in, the selling begins, and then all of a sudden you wonder why whales have so much Bitcoin on their books, right? And why they're selling it back down to you at higher levels where you're buying at. Inverse the game, folks. We show you how to do that here through a very simple model we're going to dive into in a second, all right? So lots of FUD. You got to go search for the good news, though, okay? So Bitcoin wallets are in accumulation mode. The big guys are still buying. One graph that we tracked here, while the majority of retail buyers got scared during the March 2020 crash, these addresses accumulated, and they're talking about whales here, roughly 1 million Bitcoin until October 2020, slowly sold a small portion of their holdings during 2021 rally, and now they have started to accumulate again as Bitcoin started to drop in November. In just 30 days, these addresses increased their BTC holdings by 4.55%. Very simple game. You just wait. When the prices are very high, sell some stuff. When the prices go down, whatever you sold, you could use that to buy more. That's how you increase your holdings. You don't always have to spend money from your paycheck into Bitcoin in order to increase your position. If you play the game smart, which we're going to show you how to do on a very simple basic level, all you have to do is develop the patience to allow the game to happen in your favor. If you don't have patience, then you will not win in this game or any other investment game for that matter. You want to know why Warren Buffett has all of the money he has? Patience. Addresses with 1K to 10K Bitcoin are evidently institutional players or whales in the crypto parlance. These addresses tend to lower their holdings following large rallies. Pay attention, guys. They lower their holdings following large rallies. Big rallies, sell, sell, sell. They're doing it all the way up, as was in the case of March, okay, and October, and patiently wait to buy at lower levels in May and over the past few weeks. This is game. This is game that people will overlook and say, I can never win in this market, man. This is game, all right? This is exactly what we show you guys on the channel. The volume held by these addresses increased by 1.03% in just 30 days, increasing holdings by 5.26 million Bitcoin. My goodness. I think right now, everything that's happening is going to definitely keep depressing the market. This is all coordinated. And the fact that it's coordinated is meant to push the prices down. They want people out of these riskier assets so that they can put money into what? Bonds. Hopefully you just can take that and run with it. All right, let's move deeper into the markets here. Looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we're now sitting at 20 from yesterday's 23. I thought the market was getting a little bit too excited with that pump that was happening prior to the Fed announcement. I know people were starting to buy at the top, maybe around those 36, 37, 38 levels, and then boom, price just comes down on you. But guys, if you know that the Fed's going to come out and eventually say to us, hey, yeah, we're going to raise those rates. We've been telling you guys we need to raise these rates, and we've done it in the past. We can do it again, and we can do it whenever we want. If you know that, then why would you get excited that the market is pumping up a little bit, right? So for those who were talking all about dollar cost averaging in last week, those folks are down right now. And you may be down too. Don't feel bad, though. You're still buying at good levels. So I know you're saying to yourself, my God, this man just whipped out a spreadsheet, but this spreadsheet right here is all you need in order to play the game like a whale. Here's what we mean by that. You guys may have seen previous videos about our buy low, sell high technique. Check it out. Link will be in the description. Very simple process of outlining all of the price action that's happened maybe in the past couple of years, maybe since the COVID crash, right? Outlining that price action and then putting ranges in place so that you understand where areas are good to buy versus where areas are good to sell. And when you look at this on a chart, it really does start to tell the story about where you should get in. Okay, so we're going to show some of this on the chart a little bit later. But what I want you guys to understand here is what I'm able to do just by one glance of this is tell which coins are trading at their lowest discounted prices over the past 2 years or since the COVID crash, right? Because I use different areas of time scale for different coins depending on where their low was. But other than that, I'm looking for bargain discount zones. I'm looking for good discount zones, which aren't as good as the bargain discounts, but still pretty damn good. And then you sort of have a dividing line, a center line of the range where you go into a premium zone. A low premium zone may still be a good area to buy, but nobody really likes to buy at a premium. They like to sell at premium. If I bought it at a discount, I want to sell it at a premium. Of course, you have your higher premium zone, which is where most retail traders get in and buy the top. The quick lesson here is to never buy in the premium zones and to only buy in the discount zones. All right. Now, the way that we play these positions is to scale out and to scale into them. It's not like we're going to take a big chunk of money and say, okay, I'm waiting for the bottom and I'm going to jump in right here. That's not the way to play the market. The way to play the market is to actually scale in a little bit at a time. And that's what dollar cost averaging is really all about. What I have to say to you is that we're probably in the most perfect opportunity for dollar cost averaging, but be aware of where you're getting in. Price will visit lower discounted zones over this period of time. If you get any rallies, it'll be within a range. From the lower part of the range, you'll get a rally. Okay, from the mid part of the range, you'll get a rally. But once you start to reach the top of defined ranges, we just got to let price play it out and see where they are. Once we get this area, we'll be able to know which coins are being supported in these discounted zones and where these areas are good areas to buy once the price starts to reach the bottom of those ranges. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. What we're going to look at here very quickly are some coins, and we're able to look at this at first glance, and we're going to give you updates on this every single day on this channel. Okay, so what we're going to look at here are the coins that are being offered pretty much at the bargain bottom prices of what they've been at over the past couple of years. Okay, for those, you have Filecoin, Theta, VeChain, The Graph, Aave, and Dogecoin are all trading at prices within the past 2 years that have been essentially the lowest prices that they've traded at. Next level up, you have a good discount zone with coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Avax, Polkadot, Algorand, Harmony One, XRP, Curve DAO, Enjin token, Link, Mana, and Sandbox. Okay, all of these coins here are essentially coins that are still in rather high discount zones, but places where you will want to start to scale in. If price were to fall from here, you're scaling in, so you're not putting all of your account in at one time. So if it falls, you're not greatly affected, but you're going to scale in a little bit more. And then as soon as price starts to turn around for you, that's where you're going to start to see your profits, okay? Even if price were to go to a bargain discount zone from a good discount zone, it's not like it's falling from a high premium zone, never to return there again. Chances are it'll push its way back up through that good discount zone into a premium zone eventually, and that's where you're going to start to take your profits initially. Very simple process. Now, once we cross over into our premium zone, these are coins that we're not necessarily thinking about buying. And right now, these coins are Terra Luna, Polygon MATIC, Binance, Secret Token, Atom, and Fantom. Okay, so all of these coins here are trading in higher ranges that they've been in over the past couple of years. Is it safe to say that these coins would run away from these areas as well and just completely go up? Nothing's impossible, guys. Nothing's impossible. But in this market environment, should you be buying at these premium areas? I wouldn't. Not in this environment. Anything in the red here, we're scaling out. Anything in the green here, we're scaling in. And this is how we're going to play our accounts. Okay, this is how we're going to build our portfolios. Little by little by little. And then when we see all-time highs for all of these again, we'll be taking profits like kings, guys, because you bought in the proper areas. All right, so stick with us here at The Long and Short. We're going to keep showing you this over and over and over again until it ingrains into your brain that this is the way to long-term how to play this market. What we're going to do is dive in a bit deeper into some of these altcoins, Bitcoin. We're going to show you where these discount and premium zones are, and this will be the conclusion of the video. So we're going to run through this pretty quickly, give a couple of insights here into what may happen as we cut through. Okay, so let's try to make this quick. When it comes to the actual crypto market cap, okay, we mentioned in a previous couple of other videos, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks back, that once price crossed under 1.87 trillion, okay, now you're starting to get into that discount zone. That puts us more into a bear market territory, guys. And pretty much that's what happened. Price crashed right through that level, and now we're starting to set up areas here that are under that level of 1.87. Okay, so I'm expecting us to trade within this range. I don't expect us to drop to under 1.3 trillion. Okay, if we actually go that low, that's going to be pretty catastrophic for the crypto market. And I'm thinking that at that point, most people will be in capitulation to the crypto market, and all of the sellers are just going to get out of their bags. Okay, and then all of a sudden, prices are going to boom, just shoot out of nowhere. Okay, that is a possibility. Will it happen? I'm not sure, but definitely a possibility. All right, let's go ahead and go into some coins, and then we'll go ahead and get up out of here. For Bitcoin, Bitcoin just crossed its way over into the discounted zone, right? And all of these little blue and gray areas are what we use to trade Bitcoin. Don't worry, guys, we're coming out with a full tutorial on this relatively soon. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH is starting to trade in a discounted zone again, just broke into that zone. So when we look left, I think a $1,700 approximately, maybe 1,700, 1,750 maybe, is equivalent to a Bitcoin 30,000. Still has to fall a couple of levels before it reaches there. But these two numbers are fairly equivalent, right? So I think that ETH will still continue to fall into these discounted ranges. Whether or not it falls below 1,300 though is the main question, right? You have equal lows here to clear out, and I think that all of your support is really right above that level. So ETH may be just kind of bouncing around in this area for some time until we get a real price direction, or the market just completely gives up and starts to capitulate. When it comes to Binance, pretty much the same thing, right? You have some equal lows that were back in June and July. These equal low areas here are the areas that we want to watch for support, okay? Right above that discounted line as well. Right now, Binance coin is in a premium zone. So I wouldn't necessarily be scaling into anything right now with Binance. If it runs away, it runs away. But I'm looking for this to trade deeper into discounted zones before I take a look at it. XRP in a discounted zone, trying to creep to the bottom of the next discounted zone. The great discount zone, the bargain discount zone for XRP is anywhere under 57 cents. And I think that if it does go there, it should bounce pretty aggressively out of that zone. As you can see, every time it does go there, it does pop up out of there. And it just wicked this area previously. This was back in December, I believe. Yep. And so we need to be aware, if it does break into this zone, you will be getting XRP pretty much at the lowest prices that you've gotten it in the past couple of years. All right. When it comes to Cardano, pretty much the same story. Cardano trading in a discounted zone, reaching to the bargain discounted zone. And I would say that it may actually still just stay within this range. You do have a lot of support right above this zone here. And let's see if it does break through. If so, then we may be in capitulation zone. So time will tell there. When it comes to Solana also being supported within the discounted zone, but this is sort of an up and down movement, right? Sort of a mountain. We're a little afraid of mountains. You can call this a shoulder, head, shoulder, whatever you want to call it. But when price does have this type of action and doesn't rebound strongly from these areas, that does worry us, okay? I think Solana does have the power to do it. The network is something that people are a bit concerned about, but they do get a lot of press and a lot of people pay attention to Solana. So I think this does have the ability to push higher. Okay, so we're going to watch this. If it does creep into these discounted zones, we want to see strong reactions at around $70 for Solana if it gets that low. If you don't see strong reactions, chances are this will fall lower into discounted zones, especially if we're in a super bear market at that point. Taking a look at Avax, also in the discounted zone, pretty much the same exact story as Solana. Okay, these guys are sort of moving in conjunction, sort of a mountaintop type of formation, two equal peaks. So what we're going to look for here is for these equal lows, okay? Again, these were created back in September, October, okay? So this is a bit of a different outcome than regards to where Bitcoin may fall. Okay, so you may actually see these lower levels a bit faster, but Avax does have support here where it's currently starting to bounce up from these levels. So we want to see if this will continue to be supported and if it will break into this discounted zone. Avax is a buy, in my opinion, at 40 bucks. Atom trading in a premium zone. All right, so Cosmos is up in the premium zone. We're not really thinking about buying it right now. We'll continue to watch this price action to see if it continues to climb a bit higher. And if it does, then we'll be in good shape. All right, but right now in the premium zone for Cosmos, I don't think that this is a good buying opportunity at the moment. Based on the conditions of the market, I'm looking for this to drop below $23 into a discounted zone where I will start to scale in more. Polkadot is also in the discounted zone, trying to fight its way off the bottom of this zone, okay? Maybe will happen, maybe not, but I do like the way that Polkadot springs itself out of these zones. So here is a good place for me to say I would probably start to scale into Polkadot, and if it were to drop below 15 bucks, I would start to scale in a little bit more at a time. When it comes to this, because at this point it would be in a discounted zone, and as you can see, every time it falls into this zone, it does sort of break out of this zone rather aggressively. Not saying that we can look for the same thing with the current market conditions, but this is definitely a place that we could scale in. When it comes to MATIC, MATIC does trade in a premium zone right now for us, so we're not necessarily thinking about going in on MATIC. We may definitely go in though if it starts to fall into these discounted zones. This creep up was rather slow, and it was sustained, and I think that there is support here at these levels of about $1 for MATIC. So I think MATIC will be supported at these levels. Again, you see once it pushed up to a premium zone, came back to discount, it launched out of there pretty aggressively. Anything under 75 cents is a bargain for MATIC, I think, okay? Anything under $1.50, you're creeping into that discount zone, and I will start to scale in my opinion. When it comes to Terra Luna trading out of the premium zone, starting to fall pretty aggressively and hard into the discount zone, okay? So we want to be aware of how this is going to play out over the course of the next few months. This may fall into zones that make it very attractive, maybe somewhere around 38 bucks, a little lower, okay? You do seem to have some support here on this scale move up. Let's see if it does support the price as it comes back there. Taking a look at Theta, this is the type of price action that I don't like to see on these charts, okay? There's a few coins that look like this. Unfortunately, Doge is one of them, but price shooting up from a discount to a premium zone and then just creeping its way back down, never really coming and revisiting back into these zones. You did have one push here, okay, and another one here. So even though this isn't a super discounted zone, I think that price may probably go lower. You still do have equal lows at these areas over here where price could try to attack. And that's right at about $1, let's say $1.50, $1.60, okay, for Theta. So if it were to drop that low, these are definitely places where you could scale in. But based on this current price action, we will want to see a much more aggressive push up before we have real confidence that Theta can do something like reach that premium zone again. Harmony One trading in a discounted zone. I do have a pretty good outlook for Harmony One. You see how it bounces from these discount zones and sort of makes the attempt and sort of stays elevated. Higher lows being created here, so we want to pay attention to that. It is in a discounted zone. I do think that you're probably getting it for a bargain right now under 20 cents, okay? If it does continue to drop lower, I will continue to scale into Harmony One. These are the plays that we're taking a look at right now. When it comes to Secret Network, also in the premium zone, it has traded into the discounted zone, but you see it's being supported here, okay? So these lows here, that's sort of setting the table. But remember, in order for us to really launch off of this, we are taking these lows out, but the market conditions matter overall, guys. The macro view matters overall. If there's no money coming into the market, then taking out equal lows like you see here on coins like Secret Network aren't going to matter. We're starting to think at levels maybe around $3.75 would be good areas to start to scale into Secret Network. Let's talk about Fantom, also trading in a premium, right? Fantom been getting a lot of good news. I think a lot of people like that network, and it does have very aggressive, strong reactions, right, from these lower discounted zones into premium zones. Our objective is to get in at the best price, right? So anything under $1.83 to 92 cents is a definite scale and buy for Fantom. When it comes to VeChain having sort of a tough moment here, did have some expansions right away into these premium zones and started to play around and drop back down, trade in discount zones, sort of ranging out between premium and discount here. So not ton of confidence that this will reach all-time highs any real time soon, really any of these will, but VeChain definitely trading more in the discounted zone, starting to take some of these lower areas out here. I think a really good scale in buy is VeChain at this point. There's a lot of attention also being paid to this network. Good token to take a look at. For Algorand is trying to support itself right here above on the second discounted zone. I would say that it does have a chance to do that. You do have a lot of support, equal lows here, okay? And this does seem to be supported right at around 68 to 70 cents, okay? So if this does break down into the discounted zone, I'm setting up limits, boom, take me to the top, baby. Let's see if this still stays supported. If not too mad about it. I think Algorand definitely is going to get a lot of support coming in here. All right, looking at Filecoin looks very similar to coins that we don't like to see. And at this point, when price starts to break these lows here, you're starting to go into capitulation mode for Filecoin. Anybody that's been in any type of profit for Filecoin over the past couple of years, they're completely lost at this point. All right, I feel sorry for the guys that bought this at 239 and it's dropped all the way down to 19 bucks. Okay, so Filecoin definitely something that we're starting to say to ourselves, you know what, let's not even take a look at this. I want to see you start to break market structure equal highs to the top before I even consider thinking about Filecoin. Okay, so definitely not price action that we like to see here. Nothing we're thinking about taking a look at in the future. Okay, for Dogecoin has a very similar outlook, guys, right? The price just keeps getting knocked down. And I'm wondering who's selling all of this Dogecoin, right? You got to ask yourself that question. I think there are lower levels for Doge to go to, and maybe even subterranean levels like 0.0007 cents, okay? Like that type of level. Let's hope not. But definitely price is seeing this downwards angle, and it's not convincing for me enough for me to say, you know what, this is something that I think I want to jump back into once it reaches 7-10 cents, things of that nature, right? So even scaling into Doge right now is a bit risky, I would say. Right now, I'm not really sure what the future holds for Doge. Hopefully, Elon can kind of push it up a little bit more, but that has yet to be seen, guys. When it comes to Enjin token, Enjin has the type of price action that we want to see, right? Explosion out of a discount zone to a top premium zone, back down to the discount zone, right? Trade up a little bit, boom, back to the premium zone. These are the type of price actions that we want to see. We understand what the metaverse is going to do. And so I say Enjin token is definitely something that you want to be scaling into even at these levels, right? You can definitely wait for it to hit these equal lows here, more towards the lower side of things, under $1.25. Definitely a good scale in point right here for Enjin. Also, Mana, very big explosion out of the discount zone into the premium zone, came back to a discount zone, hit a premium zone. These are the things that we want to see. We don't like to see the discount to premium and then stay in the discount. We don't like to see that, guys. We like to see this up and down type of price action. So do I think Decentraland is definitely going to explode out of here once the market sort of corrects itself and people get back into it? Definitely so. Okay, so these prices here, I think, still may be a little high. I want to see price come back down to these levels here, maybe around 80 cents. Okay, I will feel much more comfortable getting into Mana in scaled in positions at around 80 cents than I would at $2.23, especially in this market condition. Sandbox is also trading in discounted zone, but it looks like it's trying to bounce back here, guys. But don't get fooled by these fake outs. There may be some coins that run, right? During this little bear market that we're in. There may be some coins that run, and those are the ones that you do want to pay attention to, right? And you want to catch them from these discounted zones. The metaverse may actually be a place that runs in the bear market, right? There's some consideration when it comes to that. So right now, discounted zone, I would say it's a good area for you to scale into the Sandbox. Definitely a project that will be surviving and playing hard in the metaverse in the near future. All right, when it comes to Chainlink, price is also trading in a discounted zone for Chainlink, really battling and bouncing off the bottom here. You got equal lows here, okay, even here. And if you go back to December of 20 is where your next lows are, right? So if Chainlink breaks into this lower discounted zone, you're pretty much going to be at prices that you haven't seen since 2020, all right? And in my opinion, that's the bargain of a lifetime when it comes to Chainlink. Aave, taking a look at Aave here, Aave in a lower discounted zone. Don't really know what to think about Aave, right? Had some really nice pushes out of the premium zone, back in the discount, back in the premium, right? But so far it's been sort of depressed, right? Now, this price action here shows me that there's a lot more pressure from the top side than from the bottom side to push this up in the premium zones, right? Once we get to the premium zone, we're getting pushed down. So I don't really like seeing that. I want to get this at a lower price than where it is currently trading at, which is 143 bucks. Not really scaling into Aave right now. I think Aave is going to get pretty hurt with this DeFi crunch that's going on, especially if the Fed continues to throw curveballs and the White House comes out with regulations and things of that nature. It's going to affect DeFi. So watching Aave from the sidelines right now, not really thinking too hard about it. And for the graph, also in a lower discounted zone. Now, I still think the graph is something that you would want to take a look at when it comes to indexing the blockchain. I think they are the ones who are trying to pioneer that. It's just that the price action looks very suspect to me, right? I'm not going to be biased just because I like a project and say, oh, yeah, you should still get into it. I'm looking at the price action, guys. And for me, right now, the graph is not telling me a good story. Trading into a discounted zone, getting pushed down from the lower discount zone. To me, this is not a good sign, right? So what I want to see is this gain a lot more strength to the upside. I want to see the market structure get broken to the upside before I really say, the graph is something that I want to start to scale into. And I'm patient enough to wait for that. Okay. When it comes to Curve Dow, which is the last of our coins here, let's just take a look. Sitting in a discounted zone again. Very good price action for Curve Dow. This is what you want to see. Even with this big crash here, right? Kind of came down and swooped up, made a cup and handle, made the high, right? So these are the things that we like to see from a discount to a premium. Back to discount, premium, right? Discount, premium, discount, premium, discount. Should go to premium. These are the moves that you really want to pay attention to in price action, guys. Okay, so Curve Dow looks pretty good. Also trading in a discounted zone. We want to see it maybe drop a little bit lower. Anything below $1.99 is a pretty good buy if you ask me for Curve Dow. The last 2 times it was in this area, it bounced off of these equal low areas here. So you may be finding your support somewhere maybe around $1.40, $1.30, maybe $1.20 for Curve Dow. All right, so that's going to do it for the market analysis. I think we can do a better job at learning how to trade this market effectively. No one shows us long-term hodling techniques, which is really the way that people should play this market in regards to risk, okay? Guys like me, degenerates like me, we trade it all day. We'll sit here in 25x leverage trades. Who cares, right? For the regular retail trader, the new person who's getting into crypto, they're not going to play the game that way, nor should they, okay? But we're going to teach you guys how to play how we play. But for the long-term hodlers, this is all they really need. These ranges, okay, guys? And I think that the space is missing this. I think we get a little bit too involved with, what's the next coin that's going to hit 100,000x? Who cares? Okay, you're probably not going to be in it. Okay, and the fact that you're telling me about it doesn't mean it's going to hit 100,000x. And if it does hit 100,000x, if I'm there, okay, you're going to say that this coin is the next best thing since sliced bread, and I'm going to hold it, okay, because I believe in you as an influencer, and then the coin's going to fall. And then what am I going to say? Well, you didn't tell me when to sell it. They're not supposed to, guys. You never take one person's advice, one person's word for whatever it may be, not even mine, right? And these are the things that we want to teach here at the long and short. So I know I've been on a rant for quite some time. I know this video is long, but we want to make sure that people are aware of what we will deliver here. Okay, and what we're going to continue to bring, and the extra work that we do to show you in a very simple way. Hey, you know what? Is it good to buy Filecoin today? Probably not, even though it's in the discount zone. What about Theta? Hey, who knows? What about VET? No. What about Graph? No. What about Aave? No. What about Doge? No. What do all of these have in common? Very negative, angled down, no real returns to the premium zones from discounts. All of those have the same price action. Okay, and they're all in the depths of hell right now. Will they rebound? I don't know. But if you ask me, sometimes these are the first projects to die in bear markets. So be careful, okay? Be careful. That's all we got to say. It's been a long and short. It's your boy Maestro, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this type of content, please go ahead, like and subscribe. We will continue to bring it. Salute. We love each and every one of y'all that joined us tonight. And it's the long and short. We're out of here. Peace.